Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. It is May the 20th. Whoa, almost the. I feel like the older I get, the more these days just accelerate. It is May the 20th. Rise and shine. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather, and there's some stuff to talk about, my friends. Like we've got I've been seeing the tropical weather hype machine starting up on the social. So we can talk about the season's first tropical wave. Um Spoiler, it's not gonna hit us anything scary, but there's that. What else do we have? We've also got some heat. Well, let's just talk about it. All right. Big story today. Yeah, big heat. It's going to be a hot day. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's just going to be a hot day. Yeah. So, record heat today after several days of big heat. That will eventually come to a close. Okay. So, we've got that. Then we start to look ahead and we actually have some rain chances returning. Matt says, "Good morning. It doesn't seem to be broadcasting on Facebook. I just fixed it. I have no idea why Facebook didn't take. But we're there now. And I see John on X chiming in. So it looks like we're on X as well. Yeah, for some reason this morning only YouTube went initially. But I see all four streams on. So we're good now. All right, Connie, good morning. Cindy, good morning to you. How are you? Don, good morning. All right, looks like we're on all platforms. So good stuff. Lots of things to track. But before we do, let's just take a moment. Let's just take a moment. Our moment of Zen. This is Tavares. It's Lake Dora. Look at how pretty that is. It's a beautiful morning. I love that so much. Mm, love that. Matt says, all good now. That was me. No, I figured it was you. I decoded your code. All right. First warning live Doppler radar gook. Nothing else out there for now. What was kind of fun is there were actually some showers yesterday. So Mother Nature's at least trying to get things going for the sea breeze. We're not quite there yet, but Mother Nature's trying. Oliver says, who let AC Slater on the set yesterday? I wasn't there, but yes, Mario Lopez was there. Everybody's partying for the Epic Universe opening. All right, look at these temperatures out the door. Again, a nice warm start. 78 outside in Orlando. It's 77 in Leesburg, 73 in Ocala. 12-hour forecast showing a beautiful day, but y'all, it's going to be another hot one. We're working to 97 degrees. Yeesh McGeesh. Yeah. Hottest day we've seen yet this year, 96. Today should be the hottest. So there's that. All right. So where do we go in terms of actual temperatures? Wrong map, Burris, you idiot. We'll get to that in a minute. All right. Where do we go in terms of actual temperatures? 97 degrees in Orlando does it. 96 today in Wedgefield, Sanford, DeLand. 95 outside in Leesburg. 95 in Ocala. And along the shoreline, lower 90s there as well. So, yeah. It's going to be a nice hot day. Now, that's, of course, that's just talking about temperatures. When we talk about the humidity, the muggy meter, all that fun stuff, here we go. Sitting humid with dew point temperatures in the 70s. Good times. All right. That said, let's look at the feels like temperatures through the day today. Give me 2 seconds. I got to type the buttons. Find out why things work the way they do on a starship. Okay. All right. Feels like temperatures today. I'll bring it full screen for you. All right. Watching. Look at that. 10 a.m. already feels like 90 degrees. 11, 12 o'clock already feels like 96 in Orlando. Feels like 99 in Sanford. 101 in Melbourne. That extra little bit of humidity slapping you right in the head. Oh, that's so fun. Watch. 1:30, 2 o'clock. Oh, joy. By 2 p.m., the feels like temperature today hits 103 in Ocala, 101 in Orlando, 102 in Melbourne. Let's Go 4 o'clock, 1. Look at that. 4 o'clock, 103 feels like temperature in Orlando, 102 in Sanford. Yep. It's a big one. It's a big heat day. Yep. Love that so much. All right. So, questions about today. Before we move on, it's going to be disgustingly hot. These are not air temperatures, okay? These are feels like temperatures, which, if we want to get super nerdy, I show this all the time this time of year. The heat index formula equals negative 42.379 plus 2.04901,523 times temperature plus 10.14333,127 times relative humidity minus 0.2247. That's the equation. In case you were curious. Now, I don't do that myself. I let the computers do the work. It's okay. I let the computers do the work. There's the work. So fun. Looks like hex code. I know, doesn't it? Doesn't it, John? It really has that look to it. So today is hot. Hot as and then insert thing. That is the prefix code to order Reliant to lower her shields. That's right. Where's the override? The override. See, you always get me to quote it. I guess I set that one up. Okay. All right. So those are the feels like temperatures today. Where do we actually go? Here's our 7-day forecast. All right. There are some changes, enough that I want to chat about them, right? So for today, it's 97. Tomorrow, 95. And on Thursday, opening day for Epic Universe, a few showers and 90. What's going on? What's going on here? What's going on? So we've basically got a super late season front. Don't get too excited. It's not going to blow the top off, but it's going to push that area of high pressure. I hit the space bar. It's going to push this area of high pressure out, and it's going to bring in a couple of showers, a little bit of moisture. It's going to turn the winds, and it's going to do enough to turn the winds that we're going to at least pop the heat bubble just a little bit. So for that first day of Epic Universe, we'll watch the radar for a few showers. You'll survive, okay? If you're heading out there on opening day, you'll be fine. Okay, does that make sense? We'll be okay. Then we try to heat up again as high pressure builds back in Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday, it kind of tries to break back down and, we introduce a little bit more in the way of rain opportunity. Along the coast, we've got your 7-day forecast as well. Notice few showers. Most of the rain chances seemingly are going to want to be inland, given this kind of pattern, right? So let's do this. Let's dial up the futurecast, but instead of looking at feels like temperatures, let's look at let's look at rain opportunities. All right? It's not going to be significant. All right. All right. So here we are this morning, looking good. Lunchtime, looking good. Hot. That's what hot looks like. Clouds a building. Then, like yesterday, as the sea breezes try to meet, a couple showers. It is not a ton. A couple showers. A couple. Yesterday even had a couple flashes of lightning. A couple of rumbles of thunder. So, yeah, there's that. Not a ton, but a couple. Now, does Futurecast go? All right, so let's bring Futurecast all the way through to Thursday. Where's that rain? Futurecast says it's not going to rain. Thanks, Futurecast. Well, wait. Has that front fading? We'll see. I think that Thursday will probably have enough moisture around for that, but what do I know? All right. Now, that front brings us the opportunity for moisture. Notice where our dew points adjust to, our moisture meter or Muggy meter. Bleh. Need more. Oh, God, I need more coffee. John says fail. I know. Future cat. Hey, it's a computer. I'm a person. All right. So we're sitting with dew point temperatures right at about 70. So we are nice and humid. All right. Wednesday, Thursday, upper 60s. It's comfy. You'll notice a drop in humidity just a little bit. And then look what happens on Friday. Dew point temperature drops to the mid 60s. It's going to feel really, really nice. Is it going to be enough that, like, the world turns? Hint, it always turns. But no, I mean, it's not going to be like life altering. But yeah. So there's that. Now, in terms of today's records, want to, of course, talk about that. So here's the record highs on the right side and the forecast on the left side. So Orlando, Sanford, Leesburg expecting records today. The rest of us will be close. So yeah, hot. All right. So before we move on to checking other things, questions, comments, concerns about the 7-day forecast. Questions, comments, concerns. I'll wait. It's okay. It's okay. I'll wait. Oh man, I need to inject this coffee into me. Amy, please explain the Muggy meter. So the Muggy meter is an oversimplification. Why can't I talk today? The Muggy meter is an over. I can't even say the word ober. The Muggy meter is an oversimplified way to explain how things feel. Dew point is a direct measurement of moisture in the atmosphere, or at least down here at the surface level. I mean, it is in the entire atmospheric column, but I digress. So all we did is we made a scale and basically said, with a dew point temperature of 79 or above, it's miserable feeling. And it is. With a dew point temperature of 75 to 78, it's steamy. Like, that is not fun. With a dew point temperature of 70 to 74, it's humid. That's where we're at. Feels like summer outside. With a dew point temperature of 65 to 69, it's pretty comfy. There's a little tinge of dry. And then with a dew point temperature below 64, it's pleasant. It's pleasant. Yeah. So that's the Muggy meter. Yeah. Carlos says Erica's having a glitch in the system this morning. That's right. That's right. There's a glitch in the matrix, as John Smith would say. Ah. Yep. So there's that. Like a warm wool sweater. It's true. Muggy equals summer. Yes. Yes. Matt says the slow Gulf low is popping on the GFS. Oh, we'll have to look. So, questions about the 7-day before we go diving into tropics stuff. Questions at all? Copy image address. All right, I'm getting set up for the next thing while I wait for y'all. Interesting. Why aren't you going to let me? Interesting. Oh, interesting. You're not going to. Okay, this should be fun. Great. Awesome. Okay. So my web browsing is not going to work today. So that'll be fun. All right. Well, so we're going to have to improvise. We can do that. Give me a minute. All right. So if I were to come over here, bear with me. I was trying to set something up, but it's not working. So instead of just sitting here getting frustrated, oh, nothing's working. Awesome. So awesome. Okay. All right. I have no idea why that would not work. Cool beans. All right. Well, so I can't show you that. All right. Well, what I can show you is right here. Okay. So this is the tropical satellite as of right now. All right. The Atlantic is nice and quiet. I will add that there is nothing expected to develop over the next couple of days' time. Okay? Nothing at all expected to develop. All right? That said, I'm currently also working on a sidebar. But anyway, so that said, this area here, let's zoom into this area right here. Are you not going to? This is so much fun. Let's see. Hold on. Reload. I don't know why the technical stuff is not working today. I'm having a ball, though, I got to tell you. Okay. I think I got that to work. Perfect. Okay. That area there. So just give you an idea. Cabo Verde Islands, coast of Africa, right here. That, my friends, is the season's first tropical wave. Is it going to develop? No, not expected to develop. Is it going to threaten us? No, it's not expected to threaten us. All right, now I'm just scrolling through your comments and I can see all of you just making fun of me for having to figure this out on the fly. So that's the first tropical wave of the season. Super great. Right? Love that. All right, now we can look at the models. So I'm literally taking the models off of the computer at Wesh because my computer at home is being grumpy. So we're going to make it work. Always know different ways to do things. Okay, great. So yeah, that's nowhere near us. Correct. That's the correct response. It's nowhere near us, John says. Way out in the middle of the here, I'll go back to it. Way out in the middle of the Atlantic. Way out in the middle of the Atlantic. Not a threat whatsoever. Yeah, there it's there in the bottom right corner of the screen. Not, again, not coming here. But it's the season's first tropical wave. So there it is. All right. All right. So that's where it is. That said, hold on. Let me switch over to you. It's not that it's a cheat code. I just love outsmarting technology. Like, you want to hose me? I'll just pull the computer model data off the computer at Wesh via the same pipe I bring the graphics. All right. Anyway, let's roll through time. Here's the GFS. There's that little frontal boundary storm system rolling off the coast of the Carolinas. And see, you wouldn't even know that this was a computer issue if I didn't have to troubleshoot it while on the air with you. All right, high pressure is building in. What you doing there? All right, Sunday, June 1st. Just hanging out. Little something in the Pacific. You see bottom left corner. Oh, look at you around June 4th. I think that's a little early for, let's see, let me go over here. June 4th. Yeah, so that's a little early for that, but let me switch computers again. All right, so it may be a little early. So that's June 4th showing up on the GFS, but as Matt had pointed out, the slow Gulf low part of the pattern, highlighting kind of the ribbon from Louisiana back over toward North Florida, the return date for it does show June 6th through the 13th. One thing Jeremy and I have discussed is right at the beginning of hurricane season, if we need to make a tweak to the dates, we can do that. The one update that we would ever do for our forecast. And so we may shift it. And we had talked about shifting early. 2 days early is what we had discussed. So perhaps at some point, maybe even this Friday, we get Jeremy Nelson to do the Coffee Talk drive-through. to chat. Do we need to make any changes to our dates? Shift them a day, 2 days earlier. So, but June 6th through the 13th, there's June 4th. Again, that does seem to be a little early, but that does look like the slow Gulf low part of the pattern. So interesting. Yeah. So Matt, good eye on that, but there it is. That's it showing up. Matt says if you change your dates, recheck all your cruise plans. My cruise, the only cruise I have is May 31st through June 8th. So there's that. Yes, Frank, it's a very Burris problem, isn't it? Ay, 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 ay. Justine says, "Oh yeah, Jeremy on Friday. I haven't confirmed. I need to call him. I haven't confirmed any of that. So don't take that to the bank. Okay, that's all. All right. So that's the GFS. I am curious. Let's go to the very end of the GFS again and let's look. See, one run before shows something trying around the Bay of Campeche and then potentially lifting up to the north. So there's that. Yeah. All right. Let's look at the European. I'm curious if any other models showing it. All right. Here's the European. There's that cold front coming through on Thursday. Betty says, "You really timed your vacation for a quiet hurricane." That's the goal. Listen, I really went from hurricane coverage last year onto the Utopia, and that was not fun. I was exhausted, so didn't want to do that again this year. All right, we're rolling through time. This is the euro, another front, May 31st, June 1st, third, fourth. See, the euro doesn't have anything there. Euro AI. It's kind of got a front. So the Euro AI is showing a lowered pressure earlier attached to a front. So it's too early to determine anything there, any kind of threats, anything like that. But I think the bottom line is we know what the forecast at least references, right? We know that's the time frame. So come June 6th, let's watch the Northern Gulf Coast. And I talked to a group yesterday about um I talked to a group yesterday in Longwood about the hurricane forecast and I was talking about this one. So wouldn't that be fun if this one kind of shows up? Is it going to be a hurricane June 6th through the 13th? No. But we're looking for a reflection of the recycling pattern, right? That's all. Mickey says you're going to have to dust off the old ensembles map soon. I just cannot believe that we're there, right? I just cannot believe that we're there. It's wild to me. But Mother Nature's reminding us. I mean, at the end of the day, we have our first tropical wave of the season, which is kind of wild, you know? Yeah. I know I'm resetting. I hit a button on the remote computer and there it is. Okay. Listen, I'm trying to troubleshoot computer issues live with y'all. Bear with me, okay? I'm doing the best I can. Oh boy. All right. So, anyway, there's your first tropical wave of the season. That's chaos. The older you get, it's like flying around the sun. Time is precious. It's true. Yeah. All right. Hurricane season though is right around the corner. Y'all. It's 14. It's 12 days now. But I digress. All right. Tad says the guy whose forecasting technique relies on patterns has trouble with things recurring annually. That's true. Computer. All right. I have plans that weekend. Rain is cool, but nothing more, please. I wouldn't suspect anything more. I think we're going to just look at some rain. Yeah. All right. Right now, I'm interested in rainfall. Late July, I will begin thinking hurricanes. My goodness, it's dry. We've gotten some help, but yes, rain is good. Ah, Tanya. Okay, Eric, I'm late. Recap everything. I'm sleepy. I think that's the recap. That's it. William, we will have a hurricane on Memorial Day. We will not have a hurricane on Memorial Day, William. I don't suspect so. I wouldn't suspect so. All right. All right. Questions, comments, concerns about it? Anything? Can we see the updated drought map? Yeah, it definitely did some good. All right. Here's the comparison map. This is ugly as all get out, but I digress. Actually, it doesn't even matter. Hold on. That's all messed up. Here's the drought monitor. So no more extreme drought for Central Florida. Um, Parts of us are under severe drought still, but we're getting better and better and better. Nikki's asking how it's flying yesterday. It was good. Went up early. Was gonna go to Vero Beach. Was gonna go to Vero Beach. Ended up as we were flying to Vero Beach, we called up the weather and they were at 900 feet in overcast, which is IFR instrument approach needed. And I am working on my instrument rating. I don't have it yet, so was unable. And I was like, I was up with my partner in the airplane, Tim. And so we're like, well, we're not going to go to Vero Beach right now. So honestly, it worked out for the better. We ended up going to Okeechobee City, Okeechobee Airport. And there's a nice little restaurant there, so it was kind of fun. So yeah, went to Okeechobee and back. It was like a 45-minute flight. Super great. All right. Questions, comments, concerns about anything? Anything at all? Jeff says, I've noticed in years past that the landfalls are typically a day or two early. Maybe it's the Coriolis effect slowing the appearance. It could be. Yeah. Listen, this is an evolving process we're having to learn, right? We don't have it perfectly. Mickey says, nice. Seabreeze storm should help fix the drought when the rainy season starts. Patiently waiting. Agreed. And at least to that point, right? Like the 7-day forecast does show, at least looking ahead to Sunday and to Monday, those rain chances do start to rise. So at least we've got that, right? Lucas, pretty soon you'll be flying yourself to hurricane conferences. I mean, I could now, but I don't want to ever go far without my instrument rating. That's one of those personal minimum things. Phyllis says, try the Spruce Creek fly-in. I have to know somebody there in order to land. They don't just let you go. So yeah. If I know somebody that's there, then I can they can invite me in, but otherwise can't go. Oh well. All right. That's what we got. Elliot says, instead of sunshine, can we be the air conditioning in someone else's day? Listen. Listen. You can be whatever you want to be, okay? But for now, be the sunshine in someone else's day. And then you can cool them down. Thank you all for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I hope you're having a great day. Barb says we have a restaurant at the Flagler Airport. I'll have to go to there. I'll definitely have to go to there. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning. 8 o'clock sound good?